Hi everyone, Adam here from AG Triathlon. Today with a bit of a different type of video. I've been working on a video where I tried to determine the best age grouper performance in Ironman World Championships history. And since I was fiddling around with the data and the results anyways, I thought might as well do one for the professionals, especially that I have found no such content available yet. So I thought might as well give it a shot. When talking about the professionals, I think it is better to talk about the most dominant performance rather than the best performance, given that the best performance is difficult to establish. There are many arguments that can be made, and it seems a bit subjective to me. The approach that I have taken is since 2003, where the data starts being quite consistent. I have took every winning time and compare that to the rest of the top 10. That essentially gives me a delta, and my argumentation simply goes that the bigger the delta, the more dominant the performance. So yeah, I hope you find this video interesting, and let's get into it.
Number 3, Crowie Alexander, 2011. Craig Alexander is considered by many as one of the all-time greats of long-distance triathlon. He's a 5 times world champion, having won the 70.3 Worlds in 2006 and 2011, as well as the Ironman World Championships in 2008, 2009 and 2011. To understand Crowie's performance in 2011, it is important to look at what happened in 2010 at the Ironman World Championships. As many of you know, Crowie's strength was the run, but he did have some weaknesses on the bike. In 2010, under the pressure imposed by stronger cyclists, notably by the eventual winner Chris McCormack, Crowie posted only the 20th bike time of the day to finish in a disappointing 4th position. In 2011, Crowie addressed this weakness, however. He changed from Orbea to Specialized to ride the Specialized Shiv time trial bike, wore an aero helmet as opposed to the road helmets he had previously worn, and put significant additional importance to his bike training. Crowie posted the 2nd fastest bike split in 2011, as well as the 2nd fastest run split on his way to his 3rd Ironman World Championships title. So just how dominant was his victory? Alexander won in a time of 8:03.56, almost 5.5 minutes ahead of 2nd place, and almost 16 minutes or 3.07% ahead of the average of the rest of the top 10. Where did this performance truly stand out? He swam 0.37% faster, rode 1.63% faster than the average top 10, but it is his marathon that really stands out, having run 6.01% faster than the average top 10. The amazing thing on top of this is that Crowie had to stop multiple times in the last 2 miles due to cramps. This performance also came off the back of having won the 70.3 Worlds a couple months earlier, so this double really cemented Craig Alexander as one of the all-time greats in Ironman history. Number 2, Jan Frodeno, 2019. Jan Frodeno needs no introduction. The Olympic champion won his 3rd Ironman World Championship title in 2019 in a spectacular fashion. Similarly to Craig Alexander's victory in 2011, Jan's victory was a comeback victory on the Big Island, having walked the marathon in 2017 and being injured in 2018. Patrick Lange was the double defending champion, course record holder, and many people's favorite to three-peat. However, Jan put together a stellar performance while Lange pulled out early on the bike, allowing Jan to retake his crown. Frodo's performance was marked by an amazing consistency across the 3 disciplines, reflecting what a complete athlete Frodeno truly is. Frodeno had the 2nd fastest swim, 7th fastest bike, and fastest marathon on the day to break Lange's course record. He beat Tim O'Donnell by almost 8 minutes and the average top 10 time by almost 16 minutes, that represented a 3.27% delta on the top 10 average time. His short distance qualities truly stood out on the swim, swimming 8.10% faster than the average top 10. He also rode 1.45% faster and finished things off with the fastest marathon 4.85% faster than the average top 10 pro time. One must wonder what Frodeno's Ironman World Championship title tally would be if it wasn't for COVID. Will Frodeno dominate once again in Kona? I believe in 2022 race dynamics will be more important than ever, but I personally can't see Blumenfeld defeating Frodeno. This is in light of what happened in St. George. If Frodeno would have participated in St. George, I do believe he would have won. However, Gustav Iden, in my opinion, is a bigger threat. Let me know what you think in the comments below, but only time will tell if Frodeno can retake his title once more. Number 1, Norman Stadler, 2004. Norman Stadler was a German Uber biker who dominated the sport in the late 90s, early 2000s. He was World Duathlon Champion in 1994, third at the Ironman World Championships in 2000, fourth in 2001 and 2003. Stadler won the Ironman World Championships in 2004 in the most dominant fashion in modern triathlon history. He defeated the defending champion Peter Reed by over 10 minutes and the average top 10 time by 22 minutes. Norman was not renowned for his swimming and posted the 53rd swim time of the day, 1.85% slower than the average top 10 time. On the bike, however, Stadler was in his element. He blew away the field, riding 6.70% or 20 minutes faster than the average top 10 time. He resisted Peter Reed's comeback on the run with a 2:57 marathon, running 1.22% faster than the average top 10, to take the race in a performance for the ages and one that I rate as the most dominant performance in modern World Championships history. Stadler went on to take the title in Kona 2 years later, in 2006, but the rest of his career was marred with bad luck. In 2011, Stadler had to undergo an emergency heart surgery and retired soon after. So yeah, some closing remarks before ending this video. I think with triathlon growing as a sport, margins are bound to get tighter, hence it is somewhat unlikely to see performances as dominant as Norman Stadler's was in 2004 in the future. The top 10 at the 2021 Ironman World Championships was very disputed, even though there has been a lot of talk about how the Norwegians were training in a superior manner. This also highlights a bit the limitations of the model that I used here. So maybe considering an alternative model that compares performances across shorter time spans could give us better insights, given that the sport is growing at such a fast pace. The introduction of the PTO rankings also provides us with further ways of evaluating performances, as they can tell us how deep and strong the field truly was. Nonetheless, if Frodeno, Blumenfeld, Eden, Lange, Brownlee and co. all show up at Kona fully fit, it will be difficult to argue against the winning performance being the best of all time. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you want me to make more of these in the future. Happy to do so. And yeah, if not, then see you in further interviews.